Hey guys, welcome to my video. So, as you can tell from the title of the video, I'm going to be talking about how broke I am and what steps I'm doing to combat my behaviors in order for me to save money. I am planning on traveling this year and I'm going to need money to do that. So in order for me to travel, I'm going to need to save. So in this video, what I want to do is describe basically kind of what is happening and what is and what has happened in my situation, but what am I doing to fix it. I do believe with every problem there should be a solution, otherwise people just end up bitching and complaining about it, and I think as of now the solution is working for me, and it's something that if you find yourself in this situation, I would suggest you try as well. Okay, so let's talk about the bad parts of like why I'm broke and what I would constitute as broke. So one of the habits that I had is I was running up my credit card bill to the limit, and what I didn't know, and I found out that the credit card company will allow you to spend more than your limit, and I was happy to keep swiping my card as long as it was approved. I was just like, I don't care. So then I would look at my credit card bill and be like, oh my god, it's over the limit. So they'd make you go over the limit until the threshold. I would reach the threshold to the point that like it's declined now. So that's one of the problems I was dealing with. I do understand I need a credit card because I was totally like, you know what, I don't need a credit card. But I did need a credit card for purchases I had to make, and plus with traveling, it's good to have a credit card as a backup and not just having cash with you. So that's one of my habits I was doing. So credit cards. One of the newest habits I was doing is negative balances and paying overdraft fees. I usually don't have a negative balance, but there were some things that were taken out of my account, which I didn't plan for, but they were warranted, and which caused me to get a negative balance. And I was just like, I was so shocked to see that. I had to pay $5 in overdraft fees. I don't have overdraft on my account, because I'd rather you just say the card is declined than let me keep develop an overdraft balance in my account and then always be in the hole. So I'd rather you say I have no money, is declined. I'm perfectly fine with that because I'm not naive. I know that like I'm spending my money. Okay, and I'm just reading off because I wrote a list. Another thing that's caused me to be broke is buying things I don't need. There's one thing like food and stuff like this, like you need food, regardless. But for example, I upgraded my TV, and I didn't need to. I did not, looking back at it, I didn't have the means to do that. I technically had the money, but I could have been paying off my credit card bill versus like buying a new TV. So I bought a new TV, and the reason I justify things like that is because it was on sale. I did get a great deal on it, and I did upgrade immensely, but like still I didn't need one. I had bought a $400 $400 hair, which is something that was unnecessary, and looking back at it once again is something I couldn't afford. $400 hair, and believe me, I could understand if this hair was amazing and it was life-changing, but it wasn't. Like, this hair was like typical hair from China, essentially. And I spent $400 on it. So, and I wasn't even really happy with the hair. So that was a waste of money, because I buy hair, but never that expensive. And I don't know, I got trapped in the Instagram loop of really nice hair, and I fell for it and totally regret it. Another thing that I was doing, you can call me bougie, broke bougie. So I cook a lot. I cook most of my meals, and what I did is I bought, one of my favorite things to eat is steak. I love cooking steak, and there's, as many people know, there's different types of steaks to cook, and there's some that are significantly cheaper than others, but my favorite is like the top sirloin steak, and I was buying basically $20 steak when I didn't have the means to afford something. It's not like I couldn't afford food, but I didn't have the means to afford $20 steak. I could have bought so much other things with that money, but the steak was good, so I don't regret it. But like, looking back on it, like, I shouldn't have done it. I should have bought, I could buy like, I buy like frozen salmon in pack. I could have got that for $10, and it would have given me 6 fillets, which was much better than like 1 steak and 2 servings of food. So yeah, that's what I was dealing with, which caused me to be broke all the time. And I would wait until I get my paycheck and then spend all my money and then have none left over. And then I didn't have enough money to carry over to the next week or so, and then I would like struggle like that, and it'd be like a continuous cycle. So let me tell you how I fixed this. So one of the things I did is, I have a problem, and I inherited this trait from my mom and dad. Thanks, Mom and Dad. They're very, very bad with credit cards or cards in general. I believe they're like compulsive shoppers as well. So because I know I have that type of impulse, I operate on cash only, where if the money is gone, the money is gone. It will, I feel like this has prevented me from shopping at unnecessary stores. So for example, I didn't have much money, but I went to the Lush store and I spent my money on some bath products, which I have shower gel in my house. There's no reason for me to be spending extra money, but I did anyways. So cash is key for me. The difference is, what I was trying to do is do like a budget on every little thing that I spend money on, and try to organize it in categories, blah blah blah. It does not work for me because it's unrealistic. I didn't budget for when I needed more shampoo because I already had shampoo. I didn't budget for when I need makeup remover, when I run out. Like, I didn't budget for that stuff, so then it didn't make any sense. So what I've done is, it's still cash, but I have a lump sum of money that I have to spend for the month, and I can spend it on whatever I want. So I just have to be careful of what I spend it on. If I spend most of this money in the beginning of the month, then I know at the end of the month, I guess I have to go and open the ramen noodles in my cupboard, which I haven't touched for so long because I'm usually like cooking food. Or I'm just gonna have to, like, I don't know, snack on ice or something like that. Leaving myself consequences for my actions. Holding myself responsible is definitely helping. And then I always feel really proud. Like I kind of secretly in my head played The Price is Right. And I don't mind calculating stuff in the grocery store to figure out how much things are gonna cost so I don't get surprised with my grocery bill. And so I collect points. My grocery store has a points card. I collect points, and right now I have probably like 40 bucks that I can redeem on my card based on the points. And I could see when things are on sale, when they have in-offer deals and app deals and stuff like that. So I shop smart. I wish we had couponing here like they do in America. Otherwise, I would have been couponing from now till tomorrow. But they don't really have that like that in Canada. So I just have to accept the deals that I see with my loyalty card. So that's one of the good things I've been doing to fix it. Another thing is saving. So even though I say I'm broke, I actually have money saved up. But mind you, this money is in like a tax-free saving account, and this money comes out of my paycheck. So I don't even see it. The money so the way I calculate my income is minus whatever comes out and goes into my tax-free savings. So when I calculate my amount, I think, okay, this is the money I have, even though money is already taken out of it. So I'm always saving money. And this is emergency fund. This is if I lose my job. This is if, I don't know, like I need a new mattress or something that would cost a lot of money. I don't own a car, so I don't have to worry about like car repairs and stuff like this, but I have money saved up like just in case I need to take an emergency trip somewhere. I don't know. So, but that doesn't count because that money cannot be touched. That money cannot be even looked at until I'm at least 30 years old. The only thing I could do with that is contribute more money to it, but until I get my debt under control, my credit card debt under control, I can't contribute any more money to it. So yeah, so that's how that's working. Another good thing I do is I pay my bills first. So I might be broke, I might have a negative balance in my account, but I can guarantee you that my rent is paid, my phone bill's paid, my internet's paid, like my bills are paid. I rather use my last $100 to pay my internet than to eat food. I'm never in the predicament where I don't have money to pay my bills because I spent it on clothes or like something dumb like that. I always pay my bills first. And it's because it's a good chunk of your pay, it's good to get it out of the way than to leave it. So for example, my phone bill and internet bill are due on the 22nd of every month. You would think, because I get like a paycheck earlier than the 22nd, that I would wait. I won't use that paycheck. I'll use a paycheck I get later, the second paycheck for the month, to pay my bills. But then you also have to think about that's when rent time is due, and I have to pay for my bus pass at the end of the month. I don't want to have to be paying all these bills at the end of the month. So as soon as I get my first paycheck, I pay my bills. I pay always a little bit more. So say my bill was $72, I'd pay like $75, because it makes me kind of feel good inside the next month when it's like when you get like a little credit. So I like to stay like that. Another thing I do in order to fix me being broke is I spend money on things I like still. I am not eating ramen noodles. I am not buying makeup, as you can see, I'm not getting my nails done because those are stuff that I want to do. I don't want to be on a budget for the next 6 months and be miserable. I don't want to stop myself from going out with my friends, stop myself from grabbing a bite to eat or ordering food one night. I don't want it to be like that, because then you become miserable, and I don't want to be like that. I just have to be smart in the way that I spend my money. So maybe I don't go out 4 times for the month, maybe I can do 2. Some of the stuff that I've done as well is I take some dancing classes and stuff, but it only costs me $10 a class, which is in my budget. I can afford it. So I've been doing things like that, and I have to say it has been really, really great. It's made me appreciate the value of money. It makes me feel good that I have money in my account and not just a zero balance. I do have my credit card and my debit card still go with me in my purse, but because there are like emergencies, there are mess ups, I'm not the greatest at math, sometimes things cost a little bit more, so I'll always have that to fall back on. But usually things that I buy, I kind of know how much it costs and I prepare for it, and then I have my money handy with me ready to buy stuff. I always have probably 20 bucks on me just in case. But if I'm gonna go out for dinner or something like this, then I would plan to have more money with me. So far so good. I don't have a lot of debts, so and I finished paying off my student loans a couple years ago. So once I get this out of the way, I can finally start saving up for my vacation. And then I don't have to worry about having to save up for vacation, but then I have to pay my credit card and things like that. So I hope that you can take some of the tips I've given you and apply them to yourself and let me know how it is. It's hard, especially when you're an impulse buyer and you need certain things when you really don't need them. But I have to say, like, save as much as you can, but don't be unrealistic with it, because like you can kind of, like, I was telling myself, okay, well, I won't do my hair, I won't get my hair done, but then like it's something that I like to do, so why not make room in the budget for it? I'm still able to save a huge chunk of my money. It's just that I'm very mindful with what I spend. And I don't spend money on like Uber Eats and Skip the Dishes and DoorDash because I cook at home a lot, but those type of things you have to cut out. And maybe not buying new clothes as often, but I do think you should buy new clothes every season, but not as often. I have an old phone, an S7. The camera is like smashed. It's in pretty good condition. The battery life is shitty on this, but I could technically pay money to upgrade my phone and stuff, but you know what? I'm like, my phone is still working. I will wait. I will wait until I'm comfortable and I have enough money to buy myself a phone. So it's that type of stuff you gotta say to each other. You gotta say, not to each other, to yourself in order to save up money. So I hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Maybe I'll get fucked up. Next time I could save some. Why it's gotta be like this? Why it's gotta be that way? Put it inside. Feel so rise up. Banging on that loud shit like I've been Mike.